Yeah. Very good morning, students. In previous classes, we have gone through transformation of sentences from direct to indirect speech related with assertive sentences, which end with full stop. And in this again, two variations, reporting verb as a past tense, that is said model, and reporting verb in present simple, either say or says. If I recollect, in both of these, in indirect speech, we use that as a conjunction in reporting speech. And coming to interrogative, a question. Again, here are two varieties. A direct question, which starts with a WH word, and another one, yes or no type of questions. In this direct questions, transforming into reporting speech, we used the same WH word as a conjunction, and coming to yes or no type of questions in indirect speech, we used either if or whether as a conjunctions. Because with the usage of these conjunctions in reporting speech, we are particularly clear about what variety of sentence we have transformed from direct to indirect speech. And the next type of sentences, that is imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is also a kind of sentence which ends with a full stop, but the tone of the sentence is different. So what is an imperative first? An imperative sentence with a pleasing voice, let us see this sentence. Please get me some water, said my mother. So probably your aged mother might have requested you getting some water. And the other kind, don't disturb me, said my sister. So if we do observe both the sentences, the first one is with a pleasing voice, and the second one also can be considered a kind of warning or a kind of command or a request. And if we observe one more sentence, shut the door might be a kind of request. So these are all the variety of sentences. So we can have an imperative. Imperative in the sense either we are pleasingly requesting somebody else or ordering somebody or commanding somebody for doing something. So this is the tone. Then how do we transform these imperative sentences into indirect speech is our task. So comparatively assertive sentence and interrogative sentences are critical, and it's a big task we have already done. So these are going to be a minor task, and let us see how. An imperative sentence. She said. There is a punctuation. What she said. Let us take a pleasing one. Please lend me your pen. So here is the reporting verb. She said, and the reported, please lend me your pen. So we need not go to bifurcation of the sentences like reported and reporting, because the task is very simple and all the guidelines, rules, regulations, what we have gone through in assertive type of sentences, transformation of tense from one stage to another stage, and distance mode of adverbs, all this is not going to happen here. We just convey what it is actually said by the speaker. Let us take it. She said. What she said, we need to have enough proficiency in recognizing the tone the speaker used. So here, this very word please automatically suggests us it is a kind of request. So we can use that concerned replacing word like request. She requested. Why it is requested? Said is in past tense. So that we replace that said into the tone of the speaker and use the word in past tense. She requested. And earlier we discussed that conjunctions are very crucial in indirect speech. Likewise, here in imperative sentences, we use to as conjunction to bind both the speaker as well as the speaker's utterance. She requested to. And we don't go to any of the transformation of tenses here, and we simply mention what the request contained. What is the content of the request? She requested to, okay, lend me your pen. She requested to lend. Who is this me? The relation between the reporter and the speaker. I am the reporter and she is the speaker, and she is automatically a third person to me, so that I use third person objective case of pronoun. She requested to lend her whose pen. Probably if the girl requested me, I can use my pen. Okay, here is a liberty you can make use. If it is not me that I have to give, if it is you, some person, it's not me, then you can use his pen or her pen also. So what is important here? After the reporting verb is suitably used with a replacing word of the tone, you have to make use of a to conjunction, and thereafter you have to convey the sense in the request, and the relation between the speaker and the reporter obviously is to be reflected in the sentence. Okay, only the relations we are reflecting as per the rules and regulations we discussed earlier in the assertive and interrogative type, and rest of the thing is same. Let us take one more example. It's going to be a command. Shut the door. The teacher said. Probably you entered the class and the class is going on like busy, and it is supposed to be the door closed. So the teacher can order you, whatever the sense you take. The teacher may order you or suggest you or something, whatever. So shut the door is the reporting, and the reported is the teacher. Reported is shut the door, and the reporting verb is said. So we can take whatever the sense we feel. Obviously, we recognize it is an imperative. In imperative, what kind of tone the teacher is supposed to? That depends on the relationship between you and the teacher. So I say teacher advised. Teacher suggested. The teacher suggested. Conjunction to the teacher suggested to what? Shut the door. There is no person here in the reported. That's what we are using as it is. Full stop. So shut the door. The teacher said. It may be a suggestion, maybe a command or maybe request also. So that is transformed into the teacher suggested to shut the door. So the first example resembles a request and the second one resembles a suggestion. And I take one more like purely a command. Don't get in. My mother said. So what mother said? Not to get in. That is going to be obviously a command. So you can say this. My mother ordered. That depends on the sense. My mother ordered. It is a negative sentence. So that not to get in. So to infinitive we use as a conjunction, as it is a negative we use a not. My mother ordered not to get in. So all the three varieties of imperative presented here. The first one, please lend me your pen. Suggest, it is a request, so that we use the word requested. She requested to lend her my pen. The relationship between the speaker and the reporter reflected here. And the second one is the suggestion. Shut the door, the teacher said. The teacher suggested to shut the door. It's a very simple, there is no complexity in it. And when it comes to third one, don't get in. My mother said, probably your mother is cleaning the house or whatever it may be. So, not to stampede again. So, she closed the door and ordered you to stay back for some time. Imagine, that is the situation. So, that order is suitable there. My mother ordered not to get in. In case of negative sentence, not is used before to infinitive and subsequently to can be followed. So, this is about imperative sentence changing into indirect speech. Okay? And in examinations, most probably imperative and exclamatory might not be tested. Complexity lies with preferably assertive type of sentences as well as interrogative sentences. Okay? Yes. Now let's come to the last variety of type of sentences. It is exclamatory. What is an exclamation? This is an exclamation. So when do we use it? With the utterance of any of the sudden expressions. Let us see. Oh God. She came again. Oh God, the whole sentence may not contain the exclamation. The main phrase, what it is supposed to be, automatically with the mark, exclamatory mark, we can identify this. So, this exclamation is of any variety again. So, it may be out of fear, wonder, worry, okay, either joy. So, as we say in literature, there are so many rasas. Okay, so all these rasas, all varieties of expressions, you can use exclamatory mark. So, it may be of happiness, sorrow, wonder, anything. Oh God, she came again. Probably you have got fatigued of some personality and her presence, and on her coming back to you again, okay, then you express this. Oh God, she came again. I said. So it is our exclamatory sentence. Then how to transform this into indirect speech? I said, and here you need a little more creativity in adding some flavor to the sentence. So what might be the expression here? Oh God, when do we use this oh God? Are we happy? Are we bothered about? Are we sorrowful? And something like that. That depends on the sense you understand out of the sentence provided. Oh God, she came again. I said, imagine there was a lady beggar and you provided something to her and unknowingly she has come back to you to ask for some more benefit. So if it is the case, repeatedly a lady is coming to you, then you automatically feel bored of that, and definitely it is not going to be a favorable expression, unfavorable. So I said sorrowfully or sorrowfully or painfully, anything. I use the word here. I said sorrowfully, and again I use the conjunction just like in assertive that she came again. What tense it is? Again we have to get back to transformation of tenses here. We missed transformation of tenses from present into past, past into perfect like that only in the imperative. And again we get back that she had or she came. I am applying that past rule. So that simple past I am changing into perfect. She had V3 come again. So what is expressed here in addition? The tone, the expression, what the speaker expressed. The mental feeling of the speaker that is expressed in the literary form in the word. I said sorrowfully that she had come again. So it is an expression of unfavorable condition. Next, we take another one. Wow, we won the match. The captain said. Imagine your favorite Dhoni said this. Wow, we won the match. So it's going to be a happiest utterance. So we can change it as the captain and we add some related utterance in words. The captain elated. What is an elation? Elated in the sense excessive joy. So probably the last wicket falling down and the captain running, taking the wicket in the ground. Imagine. The captain elated that they won the match. If you don't find vocabulary suitable or readily available, then you can use simple words also. The captain, okay, happily said that. Okay, like. So there is nothing much difference. You can make use any of the comfortable words that you know. All the time you need not go for all the big vocabulary. You can use any of the suitable words suggested or suitable for that expression in the tone. So it's going to be the first example. Automatically there is a sorrowful expression and this is a joyful expression. Okay, and likewise you can say, hooray, I got first prize. That also can be an exclamatory sentence. So in this way, out of all the 3 to 4 video and Zoom classes, we have come across transformation of direct speech into indirect in 4 variations. One is assertive, all the statements, and one is interrogative, all questions. And just beforehand, we have gone through imperative. Imperative is nothing but a suggestion or a request or a command. And finally, this one, exclamatory. Exclamation is nothing but any of the mental feeling that is expressed through words. Okay, so these are the 4 variations that we have transforming a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. So related to this, you are provided a worksheet from textbook, and please try to transform the total paragraph into indirect speech, and it is a mixed combination of all the 4 varieties of sentences. Okay, so please go through the worksheet and have a good experience. If ever you have any of the doubts, needed clarifications, we can discuss further. Okay, children? Thank you.